Welcome to the shit show.
Tom, it's another week of the All Elite Wrap-Up. Each week we do one of these, pretty much each week, right? Sometimes we have lives, we have important things happen, but every couple episodes can be one of my worst episodes or one of my favorite episodes. And this is going to be one of my favorite ones. And you know why? You don't even.
No, I don't.
You're just going to no-sell.
Yeah.
You know, you're not even. It's because whilst I get to wear whatever shirt I choose, like today I'm wearing a K-State shirt. It's an old one that I've got, as you can see how such terrible condition it's in. But speaking of shirts in terrible condition, Tom, you don't have a choice in what you get to wear here.
Yeah, you force me into wearing what you want. Crazy middle-aged white guy forces others to do at his will. Oh, we're the progressive. You're the middle-aged white guy. Yeah. Oh, here we are. We're the progressive pro wrestling podcast, and here he is forcing me to wear this fucking trash.
You forced yourself by look what you made me do to you by losing the predictions.
Oh, mansplaining now. What am I? Jeez. Republican comes out of you when we do picks. Yeah.
Forcing my outfit choices.
Oh my jeez.
I put myself first in the billing. It's Tim and Tom. It's not even,
I know.
I know. I start talking first when we introduce the show.
Always. Yeah. Isn't this great? Now we're starting to see the whole theme here.
I got to go apologize to my wife. Will you just cover for me for a second?
Yeah.
I just realized what a shit person.
She apologized to me on your behalf. So
as much as you may be correct, and I am a shit person, you're wearing the Jeff Jarrett shirt. So that's Tom's punishment for losing last predictions. We're going to make some predictions again, and his punishment next week when he loses this week is going to be to wear that shirt again next week. I bet he doesn't even wash. He probably never wash it, do you, when you have it?
You wash clothes? What am I, from the 1900s? No, you just
stick them out the
window.
window.
You know what these things are made of? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what these things are made of nowadays? You just do a little wishy-washy there and you're good to go.
We throw our clothes away. We just throw them out to island. Here we are, the progressive podcast again. Is Tom just dumping all his trash and
Yeah, I tell you what, these people that pack for vacations just buy the shit when you land. I've never understood that. Oh, I gotta check a bag. Check a bag?
You have all the tourist shirts like everywhere you've been. Just like a shirt is like Poughkeepsie.
Raleigh, Durham. Yeah,
Welcome
all the
to
places.
Denver. Great.
Yeah.
I'll say this. When I went to the Denver airport here recently, as I've started, I've hit a few towns recently, right, on some travel. Some towns have a uniform, right? Like Denver has, they all dress a very certain way compared to if you're just in the San Diego airport, right?
Well, and as you know, because you live there, Oklahoma has a uniformed car, dirt, and then whatever the color of the car is. That's every single vehicle down there.
I thought you meant it's like the Flintstones car, just they got feet sticking out the bottom, it's dirt.
Well, give their education a little bit
Oklahoma
of a head start, and ittle be that way.
Thanks
we want you to
live there.
Yeah, that was great, isn't it? You lived there, not me. You did.
Yeah, that was another one where I was forced. I did not choose to live there. But Tom, hey, look, what we're not forced to do is enjoy All Elite Wrestling, and they make it easy to not feel forced to enjoy or watch this programming. Can't say that about every professional wrestling company that I've enjoyed over my life. Now, Tom, this weekend it's Saturday, right? Where are we at in this one? It's New York. Oh, is there anything you need? Tom, it's therapy hour. Do you need to get anything off your chest?
No, not this week.
Full gear and all right. All right. So stick with us.
This
if you're in the
week
chat,
is
join it. Oh, yeah. Just.
This
you
week
just
is
don't
too
even want to
serious.
get it. I know what you mean. Yeah. We'll save that. Yeah. So join in the chat with us. If you think we're predicting this all stupid and wrong, let us know. If you're watching us live on YouTube. If you're listening back later on the podcast and wonder what I'm talking about on YouTube, go to our website, allelitewrapup.com, and all the links are there. The YouTube link is there. The podcast links are there, the Spotify links, all those kind of things, and also the donate if you want to donate, right? You can also email us sometimes you want to talk to us, aewrapup@gmail.com. That's 1W, please. aewrapup@gmail.com. Send us something, right? Type it out. Send us an MP4 or an MP3 or whatever, and tell us what's on your mind. But Tom, we're going to make some predictions. You and I are going to pick whatever we pick different. You know, big stakes here. That Jeff Jarrett shirt that you've had for a couple times now. I know you're itching because you're wearing the shirt, but you're also itching to get rid of it. Just twice. And counting. So, Tom, the show, AEW Full Gear, is in the Prudential Center, the granddaddy of them all, of Newark, New Jersey, which, where does that rank in the towns? This is Newark, New Jersey.
I'll tell you this. I was in Newark, New Jersey trying to get to Philadelphia, and I got lost, and I paid a homeless individual $100 to get me out of there because I hated it so much. I was like, will you just tell me how to get in the direction of Philadelphia? He's like, what do you got on you? I go, I have $100 and I'll give it to you right now. He's like, all right. And you know what? Actually did. This was in 2005. So before the fucking, you have it on your phone and all that stuff. This was like, get a map and look at the shit. Yeah.
It's interesting. So I've never been in.
No, I'm saying like I didn't have, I didn't have like navigation is what I'm saying. Like
I see what you're saying. Yeah, so you wouldn't know. Yeah, you couldn't just like pull up. Yeah, I get what you're saying. So I've never been to Newark, New Jersey, so it would feel unfair of me to talk about how it is. But on the other hand, it is New Jersey, right? Like, I mean, come on. Tom, here we are, Prudential Center, Newark, New Jersey, as these kick off with what they're calling now the Saturday Tailgate Brawl, right? It's not the kickoff show or whatever, right? What do they used to call it? The buy-in on a lot of these things?
Yeah, because the whole casino thing, yeah.
Right. Which
it makes sense because now they're doing
casino things.
Well, but they're doing the Saturday tailgate thing because of college football, so it makes sense for why now they're doing it. Yeah.
Will this go away when college football is out, and we'll just be all?
Yeah, I bet you then the buy-in it'll come back. Yeah, that's what my guess would be.
So we don't. I'm going off of AEW's website, so we won't. There is no more collisions or anything to come. That happened last night, so this should be the card, right? Unless they make any last-minute changes or there's injuries. Hopefully not, but. This is what we know so far, and we're reading it right off their website, right? We don't know necessarily the order either. That's always a bit tough for us. That would change some of our picks, I think, sometimes. But in the Saturday Tailgate Brawl, the friend of the show, JD Drake, and his team, the Workhorsemen, taking on Eddie Kingston and Hood. What do you think?
Look, I love the Workhorsemen. JD Drake, again, like you said, friend of the show, was very kind to give us some time of his to talk to us. Go check that out. It was a really good interview a couple years ago. Always liked his work in Evolve. Anthony Henry is fine. Kind of had a little bit of a beef with him and Anthony Sharkbait Gutierrez. There's a little bit like, we'll find where you're at, but didn't end up getting that far. It was real serious. Like, it was like, I'll go with you. Where is he? But didn't end up going that far. He was cool afterwards. Like, but our first impression was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking end this little guy. But really nice now. But it's Eddie Kingston and it's Hook, but it's Eddie Kingston. You know what I mean?
Eddie Kingston.
There's some things where it's like, unless my life is on the line, figuratively or literally, I'm not picking against Eddie Kingston, Hangman, or Tony Storm. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not going to do that. So going with Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, even if I think they're going to lose, I want them to win. So I'm going to will this into existence. And I'm picking Eddie Kingston. All right, I think same thing. Kingston and Hook are winning this. I mean, Workhorsemen are just that, right? They're always ready to go, it seems, but they're ready to go here.
But I will say, stop it. We're wasting Eddie Kingston. Like, we don't need him on the buy-in show, hanging out with some. Well, I don't. We can. Yeah,
but definitely wasting Eddie Kingston. Definitely, without a doubt. Like, he could be in the top of your card, and a person you kind of like get that everyman run that we've talked about. But
Yeah, we got to get him up there running hot because, he deserves it. That's where he needs to be.
Yep, I agree. Also on the AEW Saturday Tailgate Brawl, the CMLL World Trios Championship on the line. El Sky Team takes on the Don Callis family of Takeshita, Okada, and Hechicero. I think El Sky Team wins this. I think we're going to get the Okada Takeshita problems cost them this match and El Sky team walk away still maintaining their CMLL World Trios titles.
I would go Don Callis Family if Takeshita wasn't the New Japan Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion. Because that's stretched too thin, right? He can't be in Tokyo, AEW, and in Mexico.
CMLL, yep.
Yeah, doing all the stuff all the time. I know that
you think even same
Mercedes
storyline. If everything was the same thing, he wasn't the New Japan. You'd go with them, Don Callis Family.
Yeah,
you
I
think
would
that's because they're
then,
not ready to pull this trigger yet on the full
right, or
Okada
it gives you more time. It gives you more time too, right? Like it gives you the time to get some appearances in Mexico and get that payday, and then also, hey, now in AEW, this is how it.
And
explodes.
the whole time they can be hating each other, but they're champs and stuff like that. So yeah, I can see that either way. Yeah, I just
and
don't think that's
Hechicero
going,
just gets caught in the middle, right? That'd be funny. Yeah, if like that's how he tries
to
like
distract them every time they're fighting,
or that's how he mends them together, right? Like they're pissed off at each other, and he just starts doing his
put them in a
things.
spell, and they're like, they start doing it too. Yeah. So you're going Don Callis Family then, yeah?
No, not this time. I'm going, what is it? Air Flight or what is it? What
El
are they
Sky
called?
team.
El Sky. Too many Sky things we got.
Yeah, well.
Top Flight.
Your favorite match will be next.
Scorpio Sky. No, well, I doubt it.
The Saturday Tailgate Brawl continues. RPG Vice battles Boom and Doom, which is the Costco guy and Cutie Marshall. And Cutie, fuck, I totally forgot. I told him we could have him on to talk about the match. I forgot to cue him up.
Full disclosure, because I don't want to be like a fraud. I don't week in and week out pay attention to Ring of Honor.
How did Cutie and the Costco guy get together?
Yeah, because weren't they wrestling each other like every week? Yeah, so what happened there?
Well, Cutie's a sellout. If you can't beat him, join him,
So here's the thing. Do we finally give Cutie a win on AEW television? Because when was the last time that happened?
Yeah. That's where I think. So, like, again, this feels like Boom and Doom win, right? But they can also take a loss, right? Like, nobody gives a shit if they lose. But, like, Eddie Kingston and Hook is a feel-good moment. And El Sky team, if they win, that's a feel-good moment. But this feels like we're getting the crowd hype, right? And everybody does a boom. And right, this almost feels like it's the first one, right? Even though we didn't cover it first, right? This feels like this is the opening match, right? Or it's the last one before we go live, right? But
that's what I was thinking.
There's one more tailgate brawl. Depends on who you think wins that. It could also be different. That's why I wish we knew the exact order, but of course nobody does other than Tony Khan and his Excel spreadsheet. So Boom and Doom are taking on RPG Vice, which I also just don't like that name either. I know, like, for some reason we have to.
It's Roppongi. It's Roppongi
right,
Vice.
Roppongi, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's an area there, right? And so it was supposed to be a play on Miami Vice, Roppongi Vice, but now this is just RPG because I think they think people don't know what Roppongi means. But what the fuck does RPG mean? Yeah.
Doesn't that stand for role playing game?
Maybe. I mean, it does, but I don't know if that's the context of what that's supposed to mean here. Cutie. Yeah. This is why we should have Cutie on, and I'm sorry, Cutie. I know you love us. You can't get enough of us every week with your Theo texting. Emails or whatever your name is.
Yeah. I'm going to go.
Hey, speaking of, Theo's in the chat. Not Cutie Marshall. Hey. He says, well, Tim, is that hair up to Rex? Yeah. No, I haven't been shaving the hair in a while. Yep. It's getting up there.
It. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, back on track. I'm going. Yeah. I'm going to go. What is it called? Boom and Doom? I'm going Boom and Doom.
Boom and Doom. I felt the same thing, right?
Well, because what's his name is going to take the pin. Not Trent. Rocky Romero. Rocky Romero will take the pin.
Rocky.
Yeah. Man. Because I think they want a one-on-one match with Trent and Costco guy. I think that's another thing that they want out of this.
Well, so could we still get there though if like RPG Vice wins and then Boom and Doom's like, no, you cheated us, and they're like, beat it, nerd, and he has to like find some way to, you know what I mean?
Well, what I was thinking is Trent goes, "Oh, you beat a tag team, but you didn't pin me, and then me and you," and then that's when Cutie says, "I've always been a snake,"
Right.
and then turns on Costco Guy, and that's his
Yeah,
first
I think
loss.
you're right. I just don't see Costco Guy really losing this match. You know what I mean? That's what's really
Not on the
making me-
pre-show.
Yeah.
I think if he ever got on the main card, yes, he will lose, but not on the pre-show tailgate.
Yeah. And both these guys, Rocky Romero and Trent, are well versed in how to like not look like they suck and can't beat
Right.
these guys in a loss, right? It's like they got stupid, they got too cocky, you know what I mean, and let the Costco Guy fucking, because Costco Guy's a nerd, but he's fucking strong. Wink, wink,
his-
right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and his kid or whatever. Yeah, those
Yeah,
guys.
his kid will do something right. His kid will, give him a Kansas City punt or something.
And then the other little fat kid will touch his head a lot. Ooh, look at this.
They show the one kid on here, right? But the other one's not there. Is the other one not his kid?
I don't
thought
think
they
so.
were
I think
both
the
his
other
kids,
one is
right? Okay.
No, I think the older one is his kid, and then the younger one is the friend of
It's
the
like
kid.
Gotcha. It's a friend of the kid.
I think. Yeah.
Something. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Which,
Well,
by the way, though, shout out Costco. If you get a chance, be a Costco member.
Costco's
They
awesome.
fucking
Yeah,
rule.
Costco's great. Yeah, love
Yeah.
Costco. We'll be the Costco guys. If this guy, we'll go in there and
I'm
wrestle.
I'm there once a
RPG
week.
Vice.
Yeah, I'll wrestle anybody.
Boom! All right. All right.
Yeah.
The Outrunners are in the $200,000 tailgate brawl 4-way when they take on the Bang Bang Gang of Juice Robinson and Austin Gunn, your favorite. Also, Big Bill and Brian, right? Big Bill and Brian Keith. And not the acclaimed Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. What you laugh
Bill
at?
and Brian should be their
Bill
their
and
team
Brian
name.
should be their name. I
Hey,
know.
Bill and Brian.
Kyle versus Bill and Brian.
Yeah. This would be the best. This is a hard
Yeah,
one.
that's all I want to refer to them now is Bill and Brian. That should be. Yeah.
So it's not the acclaimed, Bill and Brian, Outrunners, and then who's the fourth team?
Bang Bang Gang. Juice Robinson and Austin.
Oh,
Gunn.
yeah,
Small
yeah,
guy.
yeah. And then,
Rapper
yeah.
Gunn.
yeah. Who has a tattoo of John Wayne? That's
Yeah, and
that's
he's
a
like
fact.
he's
I'm
a
a-
fucking millennial. The tattoo of
Yeah.
John Wayne.
And also read some of his interviews. I don't know if he's the greatest guy to be like, that's who I want on my body. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, maybe he does.
Anyhow, he sucks and he tiptoes too much.
And
I hate
they're
it.
not
He gets
winning.
under-
I think we both agree that the Bang Bang Gang isn't winning
Correct.
this match.
No, I think Brian
Bill
Keith
and
is
Brian aren't
taking the
winning this
loss.
match either.
Well, if Brian Keith is going to be the one who gets pinned, it's who does he get pinned by?
Juice?
No. Juice won't get pinned. No, it would be Austin Gunn
Gunn
if
gets
they
taken
lost.
in, yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
I
bet you
feel
it's-
like this is tailor-made
Keith.
for the acclaimed, not the acclaimed to win, because
Mm-hmm.
then they're going to split this $200,000. Timu, Billy Gunn's going to be back there, be like, "See, guys, look, good things happen when you're together." And they're going to be like, "Fuck him. I deserve the full 200,000." Like, no, I deserve. In fact, then they might set up a match between each other for the fucking 200,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That-
I'm going
that would be
acclaimed.
cool.
I'm writing that down. Not the acclaimed.
not the acclaimed. Just because I want to make interesting podcasting, I'm
right.
gonna go the Outrunners. I think
The
because
youngest
I
men
think
alive
the
they are.
Outrunners.
I mean, how could they not win?
Yeah. I think they're going to use the money and then enhance their entrance with the Peacock Dalton Castle.
Or what if they come out in like the freshest 1986 IROC Z, right, or something, right? Just T-top.
Personalized, yeah, personalized.
Firebird, yeah.
What were those Zuba pants? Personalized Zuba pants.
Yeah. Or an airbrushed fucking Pontiac Firebird or some shit with their
Yeah.
faces all flexing on it.
Yep.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna
So you
go
got the
Outrunners. I'm going Outrunners. Yep.
All right. Well, then we're going to get into 9 matches here that they've got listed
Jesus.
for AEW Full Gear, the full show. I know. Felt like we already did a full show and go to sleep. Fucking Blood and Guts only had 3 matches. We already did 4 or 5. All right, 4-way tag match where the winning team will pick their stipulation for the semifinal match of the women's tag team tournament championship.
I don't like any of this. This feels, honest to God, this feels like filler, right? This is one of the ones where it's like, you could have done this on Dynamite, right? Next week.
We have a tournament. We're going to see all of these people compete, just give me the tournament matches instead of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or one of them or something. Like, I don't know what this is.
And also why would you want to work with someone, right? Because not to work with someone, but like why? Yeah, I don't like this at all. But with that being said, I'm going, as I mentioned, I can't pick against them.
Here, right? We got Sisters of Sin, Babes of Wrath, Timeless Bombs, I think is the
Love Bombs. Timeless Love
Bombs. And then Shafir and Bane.
Yeah, I'm going Timeless Love Bombs.
It just feels like they have to win, but we should. All right, let me look through this to see if we can make better podcasts. Right, let's talk through some of this because I mean everything. Well, here's what I'll say. I thought the new entrants, the way Toni Storm and Marina Shafir are working together, they already feel again like they're an established tag team. Now, I'm sure they've done a lot of work together
Megan
over the
Bane.
years. No, I'm talking Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry if I said Marina Shafir, right? Mina Shirakawa. Those names are too similar, damn it. Mina and Toni. I was like, this feels like they just set them all up to win these tag team titles, right? So they don't necessarily need to win this stipulation for me to still get there, right? But it does feel like all the momentum is with them right now. But that's where maybe I feel like one of these other teams will pick the stipulation. That's where I'm giving some consideration to Sisters of Sin, and we might have some like crazy stipulation, right? Some kind of like supposed to be spooky, dark stipulation.
Because who are they going to go up against? They're going up against Babes of Wrath.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll talk it through. This is what I think. I think if Babes of Wrath win, we're going to get something fun from Harley Cameron, right?
We got a puppet match or something. Yeah.
Puppet on a pole match, something like that.
Uh-huh.
If Sisters of Sin win, I could see us going back to the House Rules match, right? Where it's the whole thing and all that.
Yeah.
I think if Timeless Love Bomb, right? Yeah. I think if Timeless Love Bombs win, then we're going to get, we're trying to kill.
Match. Yeah.
Yeah.
They already said it in their thing on Dynamite, right?
Yeah.
Like it'll be
now,
whatever.
Marina and Megan Bane win. I think they're going to do something. So that match I think is going to be crazy. That's why it has to be one of them. I could see, here you go. I'll make good podcasting again. Here you go. Who you go with? You going with Timeless Love Bombs?
I don't know yet.
Well, who you going with?
I thought you were going with Timeless Tom Bombs.
Well, I want to go Timeless Love Bombs, but I don't want to just agree fest here.
You go Timeless Love Bombs if you want, and I'll go Sisters of Sin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go Timeless Love Bombs or Marina and Megan Bane. I think one of those two teams win.
I think we're going to get Sisters of Sin, and I think they're going to be like, now we're going to do a boiler room brawl or a something, right? Like, you know what I mean? Or a
because here's the thought process
match or whatever, right? Or a Inferno or something, right?
Because my thought process on Marina and Megan Bane winning is that now they've stacked the deck again against Timeless Love Bombs, right? Because they are the ones who just got fucked up. What if they get fucked up again in another specialty match?
We might be missing the point, Tom. We keep calling this AEW Full Gear. This is AEW Full Gear presented by DC. We're going corporate sponsorship. Am I right, and Sisters of Sin are going to win this, is there a newly released horror movie out that they can tie this to? And we're going to have The Shining match, right?
Right, yeah. I don't know. That maybe.
Remember we had a Texas Chainsaw Massacre match?
That was fun with Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Jeff Jarrett. Yeah, look at that shirt. Oh my God, that's great.
Yeah. Now my gut keeps saying Marina and Megan Bane. Because then it's like we're going to make it Tony
Express
Storm has to
match.
wrestle with one arm. Well, no,
Yeah.
Tony Storm has to wrestle with one arm behind her back or something like that.
Called a bow down match or something. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I get you. Any one of these could do something.
I'm going timeless love bombs. I'm still going timeless love bombs. Spy versus Spy. They win this one.
I'd have gave you one there. All right. Theo P, who is not. Who did we say earlier? Cutie Marshall.
Cutie Marshall.
Said Costco chicken bakes are platinum. I like the Costco chicken bake. It's good.
Mm-hmm. I think everything from Costco.
Worked at Costco
really
for a little. I used to eat one of them hot dogs, or two of them hot dogs, honestly. Look at me. Every day, every day I work there.
Yeah.
All right, this is gonna be crazy. The bastard Pac taking on Death Wish Darby Allin. We're just gonna cement that. We got fuck you, Yuta started, and Yuta sucks. We're calling him Death Wish Darby Allin. Yep.
I mean, that's how it kind of should be, right? Death Wish Darby Allin.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this little motherfucker. Look at him.
He should get Death Wish tattooed on his fucking neck,
Yeah, right there.
Or like it's a mustache.
Yeah. I think Pac can take a loss here. Well, so again, I wish I knew the order of this because I think here's my thought process. I think the first Death Rider match they're losing. Now, that could be Jon Moxley losing to Kyle O'Reilly, or that could be Pac losing to Darby Allin. Yeah. I also think Darby Allin can get pinned 200 times in a row, and we're still going to be like, that's the best guy. He's fun, right?
Yeah.
So
it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Doesn't matter if he loses. Where it matters, it does matter for a Kyle O'Reilly. You know what I'm saying? So for that reason, I am going to go Pac.
Yeah. Yes, Kyle O'Reilly has been beating Jon Moxley. But I got to wonder
tapping him out.
Ends. Yeah, I got to wonder when this ends. Now, this is no holds barred. So the tap out kind of goes away, right?
No, you can still win by submission, but that's so dumb. It should have been a submission match. That made no sense to make it anything goes. It should have just been a straight up submission match with Kyle O'Reilly and Jon Moxley. But again, going back to this,
Kyle O'Reilly has the hand, right? Like I, you know what I mean? I'm the one beating you.
I'm tapping you out.
You want to go again? Then we're gonna play on my rules, and my rules is fucking submission match. Yeah, I don't know
exactly.
But with the Pac Darby Allin, so that makes me. I just feel like Moxley wins that because they gave Kyle O'Reilly enough, right? Because I'm color me floored if they're like, no, Kyle O'Reilly wins over the entire feud over Jon Moxley, and it's just penciled in that he's got his number and is now like elevated to this higher level. Because I don't see it. But I mean, I'm not the one making the call, friend of the show, Kyle O'Reilly. But
well, then, all right, hold on. Let's stay on this one though. All right, so what are you going with, Pac?
So
Darby?
I think I'm going with. God, I think I'm going with Darby. But Pac did just come back and like he's all swole and we're trying to make him a thing. But I don't think
got a haircut.
But I also don't think he's next in line. Yeah. He's getting the haircuts I'm not now. So like I'm gonna write it down Darby. So we're different. Look at this, man. We're being different.
Well, because here's the other thing too. I'll tell you a little secret of what my thought process is. I also think Moxley's getting kicked out of Death Riders sooner rather than later, and him continuously losing will make the Death Riders say, "Why the fuck are you here? You're dead weight. Bye-bye." That's what I think is going to happen. And so him losing would get them to kick him out. So
I see. All right, man, you might. Oh, folks, is this shirt going to change hands? God, I hope not. Oh,
did you guys talk about this fan kiss AI thing with AJ? Someone in the chat wrote, did you guys talk about this fan kiss AI thing with AJ?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that is.
AJ
Styles?
AJ Styles?
There. While you're doing that, I'll Google it.
A fan? Yeah, all right.
AI
We're going to move on in the $1 million match. This is you get bumped up from the tailgate brawl where you're down 200,000. Get on the main card, $1 million match. A lot of interesting story that we might have to dial back into Dynamite for and discuss. But we've got Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks taking on Kenny Omega versus and Jurassic Express, excuse me. So $1 million is on the line, but a lot more is in the balance, if I can say that.
Yeah, so let's take a step back. Let's take a step back, talk about Dynamite last night, because as you mentioned, there's some stories that unfolded in Dynamite that are going to lead to the pay-per-view. So last night we had a trios match. It was the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander versus Skyflight, which is Scorpio Sky, Dante Martin, Darius
We
Martin.
kept asking, where the hell are those guys at?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, ask you shall receive.
See, somebody's watching. Somebody is fucking watching.
I hope so. That'd be great. So the story of this match, though, was Josh Alexander is kind of the missing link to help the Young Bucks win the match, but also he doesn't really work well with the Young Bucks because the Young Bucks I can't remember who took the pin. They got him knocked out, but Josh Alexander, instead of taking the pin, decided to tap him out. So there's a little bit of that where this guy's kind of a loose cannon, but he also is there when the Young Bucks might lose the upper hand and then they keep the momentum. So Now, in the most confusing storyline in AEW right now, we're bad guys and we've been bad guys and there's been nothing that changes our bad guy tendencies are now having a crisis of conscience joining the bad guys.
Here's what's a bigger struggle about it. It's not even just crisis of conscience, but it's down and guys that were bad guys got their lifestyle ripped from them, are now down and out, and are now having a moral crisis of conscience when another bad guy is offering them their lifestyle back. What? Why wouldn't they be like, fucking finally, thank you? Even if they thought he's an ass, but we'll figure it out and we'll screw him over and take his money.
Yeah. And also on top of that, again, this is when, if I'm looking behind the curtain, this is what I would guess. So I'm a little bit of projecting here. This is when it's like Tony Khan needs to take the pencil out of the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega's hand because
here we are again.
We get it. Yeah, we get it, guys. Sometimes you like each other and sometimes you don't. But I remember, what was it, 3 months ago when the Young Bucks were punching Kenny Omega in the face to keep him out of the cage while they were killing Will Ospreay. And now Kenny Omega's like, but they're not that bad guys. They're not that bad. What the? No. Yes, they are. They tried to kill Will Ospreay. Now, it was the Death Riders who were like really doing it, but the Young Bucks were right there going like,
here's what bugs me about what happened on Dynamite. So, Young Bucks are out there. Kenny Omega comes out. He's like, what the fuck? He starts, right? Like he's going to attack Josh Alexander. Or who's he like? I forget who he's after, right? They stop him, right? They're like, no.
Right.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't beat him up. Or was it Dawn or something? I forget, right? They're like, don't beat him up. Don't. And he's like, okay. And then Josh Alexander starts beating him up, and they don't say, no, don't. They're not conflicted, and they're like, no, don't. They're just standing there and be like, oh, Josh, man, stop kicking him in the head. Why didn't they give that same deference to Kenny Omega, right? Why weren't they like, no, stop kicking him? They physically pulled him off of somebody. You know what I mean? Like, but then when he's getting attacked, they're just like, please stop, right? So that's why, like, it led me into thinking, like, oh, they're doing the heel turn here. They're going to join the family, right? And that's where, like, they left it to where, like, Kenny Omega thinks that, right? But it's clear to everybody else, the Young Bucks are just caught up in this bad situation, but it makes no sense that they're suddenly meek, can't speak for themselves, can't make a decision, they're just sitting on their dicks the whole time? Like, what is going on here?
The only
like they're
thing
fucking
that
14-year-old children who have never been allowed to speak in front of adults, right? Like, what is up here?
Well, the only thing that I will give them a little bit of like credit, I guess you could say, is there is a history with Don Callis, right? This isn't like net new bad guy that they're talking to, and they're just like on the fence. Like they have been screwed over in the past by Don Callis. So I get that to a certain extent. However, honestly, I think my biggest beef with the storyline isn't necessarily will the Young Bucks join the Don Callis family. My biggest beef is now the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega want to be friends again. And the season hasn't even changed yet when, again, they were trying to kill them in a steel cage match. Yeah. Like, what changed there? Yeah. That's the part that is missing.
And I tell you what, if they were to, in this match, fully go heel and join the Don Callis family, right, in this match at Full Gear, then none of that happened to Dynamite made any sense. Like, why were they conflicted, and why did they not just beat them up, and why didn't they be like, yeah, we're in the Don Callis, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know, but we haven't addressed that, but I think here we are again, like you said, it's Young Bucks, it's Kenny Omega, but they're working with fucking Jack Perry and Luchasaurus, and like you guys don't stray out of this group. Like, why aren't we getting, them against the Hurt Syndicate, like you're saying, something like that? But so who are we going with? Are you going with?
Yeah, but this is one of the criticisms of AEW when they start to call it all friends wrestling, when it's just we're wrestling our friends and that's what we want to do. And it's like, okay, but eventually that gets boring. So that's all I would say, especially with these guys. They're on the wrong side of their prime, right? Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are not wrestling for another 15 years. So like, if you just want them to circle jerk, we're kind of wasting what they have to bring to the promotion.
Yeah. I agree.
So
who do you got?
I think it will be Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express, because I think the Young Bucks will stay babyface or turn babyface and do I guess money doesn't mean that much, and then be like, it's okay to be the good people in life. You know what I mean? And BTEs are back, so they'll make those into more babyface things to get bigger views and
I agree. Now, here's the thing. I think we could still get all of that happening like post-match, even though they won, right? Like you could have the bad guy, Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks, win, and then the rest of the Don Callis family is like, good, now you're joining, and they're putting the boots to the losers, right? And the Young Bucks are like, no, fuck you, and they help Kenny Omega and dress in that, but now they still got $1 million. $2 million, right? And then the other guys can be like, so what about some of that money? Since they'll be like, well, you know what I mean? We can get some out of that. But I still think it's Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express with some money, right? They might even be throwing it out in the crowd. And shit
I swear to God. But here's what I'll say. I swear to God, if they throw the money at the pay-per-view, I'm going to be so pissed, because we had a money match in St. Louis and we had good seats to catch some money. Yeah. And they didn't throw no money to us.
I know. And we were being generous. We tried to offer Daniel Garcia $200.
Yeah. Well, that was at Dynamite. We're turn on
that's true.
Piece of shit Yuta, and then we'll give you $200. But
$100, and he was quick to be like, no. And then we were like $200, and he looked back at us like he stopped shaking his head. No, he was looking back at us like
$500. I should have said $500. $500. Yeah.
And floor seats to fucking wrestle.
Yeah. And you can sit at the floor. Well, I'm wrestling in the thing. Oh, yeah. That's right.
Sorry for your friends. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Full Gear. We talked about some of this before we get into that. We did have in the chat, Conager 82 says also, I see Moxley losing and then Death Riders coming out and beating him down and taking him out. And you responded. And that's what we're going to talk about. There's a no holds barred match. John Moxley, Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly's been getting the better of him, but now I am considering, right, you picked Pac earlier to win, and could this be a situation where Pac wins that match in somewhat dominating fashion? Now Moxley here again taps out the Kyle O'Reilly, and Pac is now leading the Death Riders, and he's like, you suck, you're everything you used to complain about, now it's me.
Well, and Pac led the Lucha Bros, so this isn't unfamiliar territory where he can't lead a group. Right. He just loves death.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I just love
death. All death.
The only reason I joined this is because you had the name Death in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here we are, man. Look,
yes.
Kyle O'Reilly. I think the way, if you were going to put him in matches against one of your top players in your company, this presentation, how they've done it, is the way you do it. That he can get you, and you ain't getting out, and it's tap or snap, right?
Yep.
But man,
yeah,
Kyle O'Reilly ain't got the charisma to be like winning these matches regularly, right? Is it just that he's got Moxley's number and Moxley's turned weak, and this is the two moments collided?
So here's what I think could happen. This is what my thought was after watching Dynamite last night. Because Kyle O'Reilly, I will say, did come off like a badass when he challenged him, right? He yelled, he sounded mean,
Yeah, I never mean anything I say to
yeah.
make it sound like I think Kyle O'Reilly's bad. I just think he's Kyle O'Reilly, right? Like, he's just, what I mean? Like, it's Kyle O'Reilly.
I think, so what I thought after watching Dynamite with Kyle O'Reilly kind of challenging Jon Moxley is I think he will win against Jon Moxley and then be announced in the Continental Classic that starts next week, right? Because then it's like, well, shit, he could win the whole thing. He just beat Jon Moxley in a pay-per-view match. So getting that momentum off of a win against Jon Moxley, I think could help out with, being a real player in that Continental Classic tournament. That's what I think. What do you think?
Okay. I feel like I picked the earlier match wrong, and I should go with Kyle O'Reilly here because maybe that's the thing that happens, right? Kyle O'Reilly wins and Pac comes out and then he's like, fuck you, right? And a la Triple H taking over DX, right? This is a new Death Riders.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just going to put in Jon Moxley. I feel like Jon Moxley wins. I feel like
Look,
Kyle O'Reilly
it would make
gives
sense
it a good
because
go.
It would make sense because Jon Moxley's one of your top guys, and he can't just lose every match the second half of the year, right? Like, he can't just be like, I'm losing and losing and losing and losing. It's like, no, you're not that bad. You know what I mean?
He's also one of like when you look at it, he's one of the biggest, toughest bastards they got there, right? Like, like he's the guy. He's that dude.
Yeah.
So who did you are you going O'Reilly?
I'm going Kyle. Oh no, yeah, I'm going Kyle. Kyle? Look,
just Kyle fan.
Full Gear is the night of Kyle. That's what I'm telling you.
Night of Kyle. This is an interesting one. All we know about this Full Gear Casino Gauntlet match to determine the first ever AEW National Champion is that the number 1 spot is Bobby Lashley and the number 2 spot is Shelton Benjamin. Now, this is a trope that's been done in wrestling a bunch of times. First and second combatants in a multi-person match are best friend tag team partners, right?
Yeah. Remember when Demolition did it? And you're like, oh my God, I've never seen Axe and Smash do that. Yeah.
I marked out so hard. All right. So love Demolition though. They were my fucking shit, man.
You know, they wrestled the Regal Twins.
Couldn't tell me I wasn't going to. I know. Yeah, I saw it. Couldn't tell me that I wasn't going to grow up to be a leather daddy with spikes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll let your imagination run wild with that.
Did I?
The thing with the Full Gear Casino Gauntlet match, we don't know who else will be in it. We don't know how many else will be in it.
There's some good guesses, though. I would bet Ricochet's in this, right? Ricochet will most likely be in it.
Is he third?
Bishop Khan. Yeah. I mean, honestly, right? That would be funny. And then they just kick the shit out of him.
Third is MVP for some fucking reason, right? It's just
he's like,
MVP. And he's like, sorry. He's like on the side and he just rips off his fucking shirt and starts whipping shit out of one of them.
Yeah, that would be funny, actually. So here you go. I don't think, I said this when it was MJF and Mark Briscoe, and I was like, can't be that because that's a story. I don't feel, I'll still go with it. Who gives a shit? I don't feel it will be Bobby or Shelton Benjamin. I think it's going to be wild card.
I feel so too. I could see Bobby.
Who do you go with?
I could see
Bobby. I could see Bobby, but I think Bobby's more main event hangman.
You would think.
Yeah.
That would be a next great hangman feud, right? But if he's not coming off a big win here,
Well, but if he doesn't lose, right? He just beats people up and he's outside and someone gets a pin. That's not him like losing. You know what I mean?
If in some weird way they play into like him and Shelton start out wrestle respecting each other, and then it gets a little slap fest, and then for some weird reason Shelton accidentally cost Bobby the chance to win, and now we're like, hey man, right? And he's like, no, that I didn't mean that, right? Oh, just like you didn't mean the slap and the kidney punch and the yeah.
All right. I'm going. All right. Who's your wild card? You go with your wild card because I got two names in my mind.
Ricochet. Put Ricochet.
You're going Ricochet. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say.
It's the only other name I can consider because I haven't thought of who else would be in this fucking match. So I'm just going to write it down.
Well, so I was live posting last night and I genuinely did like Dynamite / Collision. Although HBO Max, I get it. They're two separate episodes, but don't make me log out of Dynamite to then go find Collision. Just fucking,
I know.
Just like fucking air the whole thing.
At least on the TV, right? I can just
it just keeps going. Yeah. That aside, it was a really good show. I really did like it all.
Hey, we think you'll like. Yes, I would like.
Yeah, touch that. Damn it, he beat me to it. So my two thoughts were either, Jay White.
Oh yeah, I forgot about old Scratch Guy. Old 14.
But here's the other one. Here's the other one that is in my mind because I've had the injury, I did the surgery, and I'm not that great of an athlete, but I wasn't out that long. But I could see Swerve Strickland being your first national champion. A knee injury isn't that crazy.
No, you know who this was tailor-made for until he fully said he was full-throated MAGA with Dustin Rhodes.
Oh, yeah.
Win the national championship.
Nope, fuck it. I'm going real wild card, top shelf. You ready for no? Yep, fuck it. I'm doing it. I don't care. This is fun. We're having fun. You know who's going to be the first national champion?
It could be anybody. As long as Ricochet doesn't win this, you're fine, right? Like you don't lose points. You might as well take a stab at somebody here.
Yep. You know who it is? He's coming back more vicious than ever. It's MJF.
Oh. To win the national championship, huh?
So here's the thing that does suck about that, though. He still has this, I'm going to cash in my casino thing. So he still has the Hangman stuff adjacent. Yeah. But if he...
Still want to go with it?
I'm going MJF. Yeah, fuck it. I'm going MJF.
So what was your other one? Switchblade, right? You were thinking Switchblade.
It was Switchblade, Swerve, or MJF.
Swerve. Man, Swerve.
Because a knee injury isn't that bad.
Healed up?
Yeah, a knee injury you don't need that much time from. I had my fucking meniscus torn and fucking.
Well, it's gauntlet match. I'm come in last.
Yeah,
do 5 moves of doom.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You can bump around with people. Now, in the chat it says, "Don't say Keith." Keith Lee would be cool, wouldn't it? If Keith Lee was like, "I'm a big motherfucker."
I just think he's done.
I hope not. I hope not. He's so fun.
I think he's done. I just think
he's a big motherfucker.
Fun. Yeah. But he got I think he was over when they stole his song. When we stole his song right out from underneath him in St. Louis.
Yeah, when the Acclaimed was like, this is ours. Yeah, you're done. Yeah, Keith Lee would be fun. Okay, last one I'll say is a wild card. What about Adam Cole, baby?
Isn't he done also? I mean, he thought he might be, but maybe he's not. And he, got a smile back.
And then,
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Then you're the happiest in the world because he's back and we all do it at the end of the match and yay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they said it'd be cool, but they won't do it as a woman. Yeah, what if it's Britt Baker? Yeah.
That would be
DMD. Yeah. National champion? Yeah, I don't know. So you're saying
I'm going MJF.
Saying Ricochet. All right.
Yep. There you go.
The TNT Championship. These fucking match names and stupid. The TNT Championship. No disqualification. If Kyle Fletcher wins, Mark Briscoe joins the Don Callis Family match at AEW Full Gear. Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe. Kyle Fletcher's winning this, right? Mark Briscoe's not beating Kyle Fletcher for the TNT Championship, and we're going to see some weird way that Mark Briscoe is in the Don Callis family.
Here's a thought I have, just to play devil's advocate, make some good podcasting here. We could do a 1 in, 1 out. So it obviously seems like Takesha's getting kicked out sooner rather than later of the Don Callis family. Yep. Well, then we need some warm body to fill that role. You put in disgruntled Mark Briscoe. The family didn't grow, so we could obviously still tell these stories.
Yeah.
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 Because you think Mark Briscoe is going to be the fucking, like, hey, Don Callis, I'll go.
He doesn't have to be in there long, right? He's there against his will.
That's
and
true.
Then next pay-per-view, he finds a way to get a match to get himself out.
That's true.
Earns his way out. Maybe even earns his way out by screwing over somebody to help the Don Callis family. And then even on his way out, now he's got an enemy that otherwise, you know what I mean? Be like, Mark, what the fuck? Be like, I had to do what I had to do for my family, man, right? The word of the day. And then just like, fuck you, Mark.
Yeah, I'm going Kyle. Like I said, Kyle, it's a night of Kyle.
Yeah, you don't know.
Because you know what I think would be even fun? I think it'd be fun. No, fuck that. You're going Kyle. I'm going Mark Briscoe.
Oh, all right. Damn it.
You know why? You know why?
We're picking so many different.
They didn't make that. Well, they didn't make that conglomeration video with Mark Briscoe in it to then not play it the next time Hologram or whoever the fuck walks out there.
It's no DQ. So that means Mark Briscoe's going to win this TNT championship is what you're saying. New TNT champion. I'll say this. Here's the thing. Kyle Fletcher is now tied with a couple others for longest reign as TNT champion with 8 defenses already. When you go off like how many defenses. So if he wins here, he would be the longest reigning TNT champion.
Well, and also he could easily say, hey, you beat me in this, non-traditional, no holds bar wrestle me in a catch can and I'm a real wrestler. And then, he could easily just do that. So I think it's Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe ain't joining that shit. They didn't shoot all those fucking vignettes with Ishii and Willow and him and Orange to then just not play that video. They're just gonna keep playing that video even though Mark Briscoe's in it.
And he's gonna be like, hey, it's time to stop hanging out with your friends and come hang out with your real family. And then he'll be like, all right. And they'll be like, Mark. And he'll be like, I gotta go. Family.
Yeah. Nah, Mark Briscoe, TNT champ. He's been putting in the work.
Them boys, love him. Huh? All right. They should just be dat boy now. That's rude, but that should be his new thing.
Although I will say, if he does win the TNT championship, it is pretty remarkable if you take a step back that this time 2 years ago, TNT was like, you're not even allowed on our fucking channel. And then fast forward, and now he's the champion of the fucking channel. Like, that would be pretty crazy.
Yeah, well, some things have changed in that regard. All right.
Man, that's what I would do as his calling card. Well, that's what I would do that as my calling card. Like, when Cody was like undeniable to whatever, I'd say that as Mark Briscoe. Like, this channel didn't even support me.
So it would be very Russo-esque if in this match Briscoe wins because the Don Callis family turns on Kyle Fletcher and now Briscoe's the heel.
Yeah, that's
like,
too
fuck
much.
you, pretty boy, loser nerd. But that's not what's going to happen here, right?
No.
Yeah, and then he changes the TNT title belt and makes him more, hillbilly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He'll put some chickens on it, whatever. Yeah.
He'll be some chicken side plates on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Chickens. All right. The AEW World Tag Team Championship match features Bro Dito defending against FTR, accompanied by
Big Stoke.
Where are we going here? I liked Cash calling him Dick the Dragon Steamboat in their promo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dick the Dragon.
Well, again, one of the coolest names in history, and then you changed it to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat instead of going by Dick Blood. Richard Blood is his name. You could have been Dick Blood.
I showed you that one that's in NXT, the fucking Shiloh, whatever his name is. Shiloh Hill. The guy's real name is fucking Thunder Justice, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Guys. What the fuck is wrong with you? Come on. You're in pro wrestling, and a person presents at your doorstep. It's a first and middle, but it's Thunder Justice. Last name, I forget what it is, but like, and you're like,
Smith.
I've got a perfect pro wrestling name for you. Shiloh fucking whatever. Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
But Dick Blood.
Thunder Justice. And then Dick Blood. Yeah.
Nope. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Like, okay. All right. Back to this.
Damn.
I'll say this. I love Brody King. I legitimately do. He is one of my 5 favorite current wrestlers in AEW. Love him. Love him, love him, love him, love him. I still don't buy this tag team. This is maybe my own whatever. My brain just doesn't accept it.
Who, the
I still
Brodito,
don't think they're real. Yeah, Brodito. I just don't accept them.
Me neither. So you think FTR is winning this? I feel like FTR would win this match. But, like, do we need FTR as the World Tag Team Champions again?
Well, if someone's done shooting their TV show, we could get these belts off them real quick for old CNC. Comes back. You killed my wife. Now I take your titles.
That's right, because we got to address that still. So you're right. I mean, I've written down FTR.
I'm going FTR.
Because I just feel like they
going
win.
FTR.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Going FTR.
I mean, look,
CNC.
Brodito's been fun while it lasted, but I feel like, guys, you could just walk away when this match is over, you know, and be like, hey, we had a great run, but I'm focused on on Kyle Fletcher and the TNT Championship, and Brody's like, all right, I'm going to go back to, you know, ROH.
Well, he's the Ring of Honor
or Bandito. I mean, yeah.
Well, he's the ROH heavyweight champion. What I think you could easily do.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is you could easily, because now they do have a whole profile. Brody King could blame Brodito or Bandito for the loss, and then you can main event a pay-per-view. Brody King versus Bandito, best friends, better enemies, and then there it is.
You can put that on AEW even. Yep.
Yeah. Collision.
All right, so FTR, we both are going with that. All right, well, man, the AEW Women's World Championship is on the line when Chris Statlander
it ain't gonna be fucking Mercedes Moné. Get the fuck out of here.
Against 27 belt Moné, who won another goddamn 4 titles this week, I think.
In her defense of this one, this was a unification because what she had won initially was the interim because Red Velvet was injured. So I will say that's not really, I wouldn't count that as another one. It's just a unifying one.
Yeah, but didn't she win some other fucking indie ones
I don't
this
fucking
week
know.
too? Like, I fucking...
Here's what I'll say.
Bump this down to a gold bar at this point. She should almost do that.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, I got rid of all those belts. I just melted down all the gold. And then those companies be like, what the fuck, man? Yeah.
It's a chain.
Yeah. She just turns them into plates for the AEW Women's World, though. Or what is she? The TBS belt, I guess? Yeah.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say. I see a lot of people that I think are really good, and I enjoy their perspective in pro wrestling coming to the defense of Mercedes Moné, acting as if you criticize her, what you're really criticizing is that you don't like women's wrestling or you don't like women winning. Nope.
Or a black woman winning or something, right? There's some sort of criticism that but I think you're going to the same place. I objectively just hate the way this whole thing has been presented about the fucking 27 belts, whatever.
And this is my opinion. Again, my opinion, wrestling's big enough to where you can have yours, I can have mine, and we're all fine. Okay? So fucking grow up. She is the most WWE person in AEW.
100%, yeah.
It literally just feels so foreign to see her with everyone else. Even Bobby Lashley feels more AEW than Mercedes Moné.
Even when we were the Spanish announce table and we talked about WWE, one of the things that we would have complained about that epitomizes WWE at the most when we were complaining about it was Sasha Banks, right? We said it a lot. We felt like Sasha Banks, Bailey, and those
Charlotte.
two most specifically were doing what we called your cosplaying as pro wrestlers. Now, they're insanely athletic, right? They're doing it better than most in the ring. Like
their matches are awesome,
saying, right? But their
matches
characters feel like the characters are cosplaying as pro wrestlers. Yeah. Yes. And I feel like that's still here. I feel like that's still what we're doing with Mercedes Moné, which, by the way, it doesn't have to be. If somebody comes from WWE and they just change the name because they're the same character, it doesn't have to be. We did that in the WWE, WWF, or WCW wars, right? Like, she's Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks, but it is the same character, right? Like this is the same person. And it's the same gimmick that's been running for 20 years now, it feels like. And I'm just tired of this idea of but this specifically, this belt collection thing is just weird to me. Because as I've said it now just feels like you've made each of these titles 1/21th of a title or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like I just don't.
Yeah. And can I tell you another criticism I have of her? And again, this is just me. I'm just a dope in Kansas City talking to a microphone. But why is it that she looks like she wants to fuck anything that walks when she's walking? She can't do she has to. What the? Who are you trying to fuck? Yeah. What are you just doing?
Never been a fan of however this character is packaged, but that's again, it's not for everybody. That's fine.
Well, and it's a heel.
It is a heel. I mean, look, we're supposed to boo it. So if that's on purpose, great, man. Great. I mean, let me be a mark. That's great. Love Chris Statlander here, and I like the new edge that we'd given to Chris Statlander, though I worry that she should have been more in a heel role in the character that she's been playing, right? And I don't think she can against this CEO presentation of Mercedes Moné, right? So it feels like we're just kind of floundering with this, but I do feel like Chris Statlander still wins, right?
Yes.
And still stands tall. So again, I'm not excited about this match for that reason. I feel like it meant nothing coming into it, and it feels like it's going to mean nothing going out of it.
Well, and also, poor TBS championship. When's the next time that shit gets defended?
That's what I mean. It feels like it's equally as important as 17 other
titles.
East Tennessee wrestling.
Yeah, the River Rat Women's World Championship.
That's what I mean. It feels like it has dwindled the importance of all of the titles that she holds in some way. It doesn't feel like she's elevated all these titles to me. Like everybody's like, oh, she's elevating all this stuff. I'm like, no, it does not. To me, look, we can disagree. Everybody's feelings are their feelings. I'm not telling you your feelings are wrong, but to me, it feels like you've lessened the importance of all of them.
Now, maybe she has improved ticket sales in Scotland where she has that championship. I'm not saying that that's wrong or anything. But again, you could just have Orange Cassidy. You don't even need a championship. You could just bring them.
I don't have stock in any of these companies, so I don't care about that. Like everybody's perspective is different.
But I'll tell you what,
my
in the
perspective
chat,
is I hope Chris Statlander wins this match, I guess.
Yeah, but in the chat we have, it looks like Mercedes wins, but with a little help from someone. Let's see if you can guess who. I don't know who that would be. And then Liverpool chat says, I really hate mine so much that I'm going to be pissed when she beats Moné. But when she beats Statlander. Who do you
so he's claiming, Liverpool chat is claiming Moné gets the win.
Right. Well, they both do. But who's who am I supposed to guess? Is it Bailey? Is Bailey a free agent? I don't fucking know.
I didn't think she was ready yet, right? I thought that was years down the road, but has it been that long since she said that? I don't know. That would be interesting. But no,
brother, I couldn't tell you a thing about WWE right now.
Are they bringing back, what's her name, who did the weird stuff they kicked her off for? Moné had a diesel with her. Anti-abortion stuff.
Yeah. God dang it. Yeah. What was her name? She's doing American Gladiators. Yeah. What is her name? She was in NWA. Motherfucker.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Women protect women's.
Right.
Yeah.
Camilla?
Yeah.
Camille.
Protect women's.
Yeah. That's who we're after. Yep. Yeah. Man, I hope not.
No.
Because that also felt weird. I don't. And fuck her. But that's another reason. Whatever Mercedes Varda, whatever her name is, I don't think we agree on some things that I'd rather. I don't think we'd be hanging out much. Yeah.
That would be the worst thing to happen in AEW since Mike Tyson brought all those washed up fighters to end an episode of Dynamite during the pandemic. You remember that? That shit fucking sucked. Rashad Evans and Henry Cejudo trying to fucking flex, and Mike Tyson just doesn't know where he's at and just kind of trying to punch anything that moves. Yeah, Jericho out there. Oh, I could work with them.
Talking at the latest DSA meeting with some folks, and they were like, "Oh," I told them doing the wrestling live stream. They were like, "Yeah, we used to." They were like, "I loved AEW. Like AEW is the better one, right?" And they were like, "Yeah, we were watching." They were like, "Oh, we fell out of it for a while." And they were like, "Right about the." They were like, "There's something like a margarita match or something." And I was like, "Yeah, man, yeah." I was like, "Look, Jericho's gone now." And they're like, "Oh," and I was like, "Yeah, you should check it out again."
Yeah, bring him back. Bring him back.
Give it a chance. Yeah. Give it a chance.
Yeah,
again, guys. You'll like it.
Yeah, and MMA guys, to the chat's point here, yeah, keep them out. I love MMA, the sport. I hate the UFC. But yeah, if you don't have the charisma of Chael Sonnen, don't come into wrestling.
Also in this Mercedes thing, we forgot she has the frat guys helping her lately for some reason. Do they get?
I think that was just a. Well, I think that was just a hold the belts. I don't think that's a real thing. Yeah, there's just like.
I hope not, because that also doesn't connect for me.
No.
Right? Like, why are you at a college party?
I think that was just a. I think that was we don't have enough extras to hold the belts, and so hold the belts, and so they said yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, but they carried that over for a while. They were
they're
out there for
dumb.
a couple shows.
That was one of the worst AEWs, by the way. They were so bland.
I didn't watch that one. Yeah, I'm sure they were just interviewing a coffee table out there.
Well, I tell you what, and RJ was trying his hardest to like
I'm sure
get some shit out of them, and they were just like, "What the yikes!"
Look, there's a reason they're not on the TV. All right, the men's world championship is on the line in a steel cage when Samoa Joe tries again to defeat Hangman Adam Page.
Nope.
Yeah, it ain't happening. Hangman's walking away holding this belt high, especially not on the second go around. Samoa Joe is the guy who beats you for your title the first time you fight him. You know what I mean? It's not the rebound match for something like this, right? Like that's an underdog move, right? You win the second chance you get at the shot against somebody, right?
I do want to talk though last night about Dynamite. So we had Hangman versus Shibata. And the line of the night. So Hangman beats Shibata, and then afterwards kicks him in the dick, and then says to Samoa Joe, "You're all by yourself because Powerhouse Hobbs is in the hospital, and I just sent Shibata to the dick surgeon." I thought that was one of the best lines ever. The dick surgeon.
Yeah. Well, Hangman, you know.
Now also,
you got to watch your dick when Hangman's around.
I will knock your dick in the dirt.
Good call. Good call. That was a great call. Yeah. But also the ominous threat of, remember what I did the last time I was in a steel cage, and I'll do it again if you push me. Now, technically, he was in a steel cage in Blood and Guts when he was with the Young Bucks, and he was like the hired gun. But I know what he's alluding to. The match was Swerve Strickland 1-on-1. Yeah. But yeah, he's about that life. I tell you what.
He is a dangerous man. A dangerous, gorgeous man, but he is.
Is the payoff, honestly, asking you, taking a step back, is the payoff of Hangman's title reign the Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior-esque story of Hangman versus Swerve now for the championship? Like, is that the holy grail for this story of Hangman?
Well, but we still have, like you alluded to earlier, MJF is still somewhere
here's what
to
you could do.
You know what I mean? Unearthed.
Well, here's what you could do that I think would be interesting, because to the point of what we heard when MJF was told that he has to give a week notice, I think a really cool play would be, let's see, he becomes that national champion. What I was saying, right? Kind of off the wall. He becomes national champion.
Which again, why?
We're
adding another fucking title, but all right.
Yeah. But let's just say he kind of doesn't even mention that he's got that contract, right? He's just kind of national champion. And then, yeah, he goes and runs it back with the Hurt Syndicate, ends up losing that to Bobby Lashley or Shelton Benjamin, whoever we want, right? Then on the other side of the kind of story, that's where we build up the Hangman and Swerve. And what I would do, this would be fucking perfect in my book, is the go home show to All In, right? Whatever it is, Hangman and Swerve. We're going to have a face to face. They get there. We have history. Bup, 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 bup. Fucking Inspector Gadget music hits. MJF comes down. And before we go off air, MJF goes, next week on Dynamite, I got winner. And now they're going into this fucking match knowing that they're going to kill each other. And 4 days later, whatever it is, then they got to face MJF, who doesn't have a match on that pay-per-view. He's just sitting around going like, this is going to be dope.
Yep.
That's what you do.
Yeah, like right at the start,
That's what you do.
Drops that bomb, and he's like, see ya.
And they're like, fuck, I was going to take a vacation. Yep. Nope, not now. Yeah, that's what I would do there. But I think the holy grail is Swerve, Hangman, powers combined.
I think you can get
WrestleMania 6 shit.
I think you can get out of the MJF drops the bomb and needs a week by him just coming out and being like, you may not know this, but last week I gave my notice to Tony Khan.
Wow.
That this week, right?
Yeah, now that you could do that. You could definitely do that.
A little cheap. It's a little cheap. A little bit of a cop-out, but.
And then you make Tony Khan maybe a little bit of a bad guy. You know what I mean? Like, what
somebody's
the fuck
like,
was
what the
that,
fuck,
Tony?
Like, he'd be like, well, he gave me a notice. I'd be like, well, you didn't tell me, motherfucker. Like, I didn't get a week notice. Be like, I didn't tell you he had to give you a week notice. I just, what I mean?
Tony
he had
Khan.
to give the company a week notice.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Tony Khan out here looking like a mayor in a town where everyone sings. Fucking, you know what I mean? Doesn't he? Hey, Tony.
No, you don't understand. Every year we do this Christmas play and everybody has a part and it's great. Like, Jeff, you just really should buy in. It's about community. Like, like, no, listen, I'm getting the first bus out of this fucking thing.
Yeah. He looks good. Yeah. He looks like a non-playable character in a Grand Theft Auto video game. Do I hit him? Do I kill him? Do I just drive fast?
Where people have modded, and so like they are a bird, right? They'll be a seagull, but they're really a player, and so like person's just here, and then like the seagull starts flying around, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And they like try to shoot the seagull, and then the seagull steals their fucking car, and they're like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck?" God damn it! What?
How the fuck that
GTA, man. The gift that keeps on giving, right?
Coming soon. It's coming soon, they say. I'm excited. That's going to stop. That's going to stop the country.
Well,
it's going to come.
It's been getting more delayed, though, because of all their fucking union busting and fucking, like, apparently Rockstar has turned into a pretty...
No, well...
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But that's going to stop the country for a week. Mm-hmm. Everyone's going to be like, nope, I'm...
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I saw it was... it was most sold video games of all time, right? And two of the top 5 are GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, the fucking Red Dead Redemption 2, their other game. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have 2 of the top 5 fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of all time. Yeah. They know what they're doing. It'll be a great game, I'm sure. Just like this pay-per-view stands to be great. AEW's Full Gear and its Saturday tailgate brawl. Yeah, I'm excited, Tom.
Whoa.
Here we've got 6 matches that we picked different, and we've got to pick a tiebreaker because we've ran into this problem before where we have a tie. Mm-hmm. So I get to pick amongst the 6 matches that we pick different and pick the one I think if we tie, I got 100% right and is our tiebreaker. So we have, I say Not the Acclaimed is winning the $200,000 match, and you say it's the Outrunners. Ooh, that's a strong one I might have to pick. You say Timeless Love Bombs is winning, and I say Sisters of Sin is winning, so I might steer clear of that one because I think you might be right on that. Darby and Pac we differed on, so I might steer clear of that because I think you're right also, where you pick Pac and pick Darby. If I think I picked wrong this many times, we ain't getting anywhere near fucking tie. But all right, John Moxley, Kyle O'Reilly. That's another one that's tough, where I just feel it could go either way, and we pick differently. I said John Moxley, you said Kyle O'Reilly. The Casino Gauntlet, we both swagged. You picked MJF, I picked Ricochet, so I definitely can't pick that. Then we've got Kyle, Fletcher, and Briscoe, and that's another one where the stipulation is as such where I feel it could go either way. So, all right. I feel like I got to go with not the Acclaimed as my tiebreaker.
Ooh.
Oh, here's an interesting thing, though. I don't think we can do that because it's a multi-person. What if neither of them wins and we don't have a tiebreaker?
Yeah. So, yeah, you have to pick from one of the one-on-ones.
So that's Darby Pac, it's John Moxley, Kyle O'Reilly, and it's Kyle Fletcher Briscoe. Fuck! Right. Damn it. Well, listen, if I picked all three of these wrong, we're not getting near a tiebreaker, probably, right? So,
right.
I mean, we could. If I picked all three of those wrong, but got the other three right, we'd be at a tie. But then I got to pick one of the ones that I got right, which is not any of these. All right, fuck it. I'm going to say the tiebreaker is Kyle Fletcher.
Ooh.
That's the one I feel strongest about out of those. Out of the Darby versus
wait a minute.
Shawn Moxley, Kyle O'Reilly.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on. Who did you take?
Kyle Fletcher.
Oh, no, I took Mark
You took
Briscoe.
Briscoe.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
And you're saying
that's
Kyle
my
Fletcher
tiebreaker.
will win. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So if we tie, it all rests on Kyle Fletcher, Briscoe.
Kyle.
But we've picked a lot different, so it's likely to be, it could be a tie, because there's an even number of things we picked differently. So it could be a tie, but it could be anywhere in between, right? We have a couple multi-person matches. We have some swags in here, so who knows? I think this is going to be good. I think it's going to be long again. But I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, and here's the kind of fun thing, and also like, buckle in because we got some fun shit ahead. As soon as this pay-per-view's over, we're going right to the Continental Classic, and then we're going to figure out what that looks like, because then is Okada going to be in the tournament? Because, what does that look like?
I forgot. Yeah, we're coming up on that.
Do they win a title because we unified it? So very interested in seeing what that's like. What are you laughing about?
Conager82 here in the chat says, I swear, if in the 6 years of AEW, if TK would just work out a little, he could have been a great wrestler and fought Shane McMahon. Yeah, but then they both might have pulled their quads, and we don't want to get into that. You know what I mean? It'd be a quad pulling fest, and we know how that goes.
Yeah, ripped his quad. God, that was the best. Fucking best.
Liverpool chat thinks I'm fucked. He said, I really think Kyle won't win. I just feel like Kyle has had that belt too long. You might be right. Man, I still feel like the spirits are with me, and I will not be in possession of that Jeff Jarrett shirt.
You're taking
anytime soon. Slap nuts.
You're taking this shit. Yeah, you're taking this shit.
No. Ugh. Ew. No, I can't. Nope.
You guys should be punched in your dicks or vaginas.
Love that. Yeah. All right, so Tom, we'll be back here next week. You'll be wearing the shirt because you don't know how to pick things. I'm going to get everything right. Every single thing
not even
right.
close.
And everybody will be back here next week. So until then.
We'll see you next week, dumbass.